yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. No pain for their disease. Rage is like a weed. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the one and only DJ Storms, and I would like to welcome each and every single one of you back here to a special edition Thursday stream. We are streaming live on 4 different platforms across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different accounts. We are rocking and rolling. You know, for Collision, they say Saturday night's all right for fighting, but I say Thursday night's all right for streaming. As, of course, you already know who I am, Mr. Controversy and the operator of the best damn Twitter handle known to mankind. And the summer of storms continues as we end the month of June on the highest of highs. Welcome to the official rundown for WWE Money in the Bank 2023, which of course is streaming live on the Peacock, that is. Get your mind out of the gutter, you fucking savages. This Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time from the O2 Arena in London. I already see we got Dee Dee. Of course, she is my #1 mod. You do not fuck with Dee Dee or else she will put your ass down. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, I am not alone here for the rundown. Joining me once again, first time in a little bit, I think the first time since January, he was on the rundown for Battle of the Belts 5, and now he is back and better than ever with nice new thick facial hair. Ladies and gentlemen, he is coming to us live from Indianapolis. He's a big-time wrestling fan, and he's going to be debuting his own show sooner rather than later, so keep your eyes out for that. Ladies and gentlemen, he is my dog, Lil Stevie. How you doing, man?
Doing great, man. Thanks for having me. How you doing?
I'm hanging in there, man. A little tired from work, but as per usual, we bring in the energy. We bring in the scintillation, as my friend Earl Cole always says, and we are getting down to the nitty-gritty as we are heading into our second pay-per-view within a week. We are on the heels of Forbidden Door, and we are headed into Money in the Bank in the O2 Arena in London. So I want to throw it over to you first and foremost. If you could give us your expertise analysis on the overall build and this overall card. I'm going to say it flat out. Look, the card as a whole looks fantastic, but the build, I mean, like just like every other pay-per-view that we've seen, minus the Chamber, because the Chamber had a semi-decent build with all the qualifying matches, and you got Sami and Roman. But outside of that, just like every other pay-per-view this year, WWE's build towards their pay-per-views, it's just flat out lazy.
Yeah, the card, like you said, is great. The only match to me that has a great build and a great story behind it is Finn and Seth. And that's just because they already have prior history to it, so it really wasn't that hard to touch into it and make it better than what it was. But they got a great story going on, so I'm excited for that. But WWE, they have this tendency with Money in the Bank specifically to not really have any build for any of the Money in the Bank matches itself. They just throw guys in there and just say, all right, go have a great match, and use the ladders to make a great match and go have a great match. It's been like that for a very long time, man. I just feel like it's very, very lazy writing. But like you said, it should be a great card, but all of the build besides Seth and Finn has been pretty mid.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I'll tell you what's not mid though. Dee Dee just said that you are hot.
Thank you, Didi. Thank you, my love.
Didi, she got a thing. She got a thing for the younger guys. But anyway, that's why she's she's into me. But anyway, I got some things to say about this. Before we get into what we're going to get into, I'm going to say the same thing that I always say on the rundown and the rewind. And every single guest that I've had knows what I'm going to say. If WWE just put half of the effort, not even half of the effort, 25% of the effort that they put into their pay-per-views, and they put that into their weekly shows, I'm telling you, their product would be a hell of a lot better. It's really unbelievable how we watch these pay-per-views, and every single WWE pay-per-view for the last year, minus the Rumble this year, because that show fucking sucked. Outside of the Rumble this year, every single pay-per-view that we've gotten on WWE's calendar, last year's SummerSlam and Crown Jewel, Clash at the Castle, The Chamber, WrestleMania, Night of Champions, Backlash, they've all been great fucking shows. And they've all showcased that when WWE wants to, with the roster that they have, the talent that they have, they can put on a great show any day of the fucking week. But the problem is that since they've already sold to Endeavor and they're making all this fucking money, all they need to do for Saudi Arabia is just fucking show up. It doesn't even matter if they put on a good show or a bad show. They just show up and they get paid millions of dollars. I feel like one of the prime time players back in the day. If you remember those guys, millions of dollars. But it's like gym class for them. All they have to do is show up and they fucking pass. That's why they don't put effort into their shows.
At all. They don't put any shows. They have their money. They know people gonna eat up whatever they put out, most likely. And that's the problem. It's like it's hard to explain. Doesn't matter what they put out, most people are gonna eat it up. So why change if the masses are still gonna eat it up? Now they don't even cater to most. They cater to the kids and the women and like
let's make fun of this shit, dude.
Yeah, like that's what they cater to. So like they're not going to change because the kids eat it up, the women love it, the casuals love it. It's not. I don't see them changing unless they have a hard reset or they need a hard reset. But I don't see them changing anytime soon.
It's not even about like changing their demographic rating. Like NXT Black and Gold was PG for years, and it was the best wrestling program since the fucking Attitude Era. You don't need to do a TV 14. You don't need to cater to all these hardcore. You just give us good stories, give us good wrestling. You can't tell me that the kids and the women won't like that either. I mean, come on. It's really becoming fucking inexcusable at this rate. All they need to do is fucking put effort into the shows, but they will not do that because at the end of the day, the more money that they rank into their pockets, the less and less that they will care. And it's quite frankly pathetic. But we are going to go over everything. We're going to dissect every match one by one. We do have a great card, minus one match, which I believe is the piss break match of the night, which we will talk about. But before we get into what we're going to get into, Stevie, where can everybody find you on social media?
I don't really tweet, but you can go follow me on Twitter if you just want to follow me on Twitter at Lil Stevie 317. Other than that, you really won't find me on any socials. I'm not really on the internet like that. I like to be in the real world as much as possible and just be by myself.
I can dig that. And again, I always say, if I didn't have the brand, you wouldn't catch me on social media either. But you can follow me on social media at HistoryMakerDJS. That is at HistoryMakerDJS because I make history in whatever I fucking do. Go follow me on Twitter and Instagram at HistoryMakerDJS. Add me on Facebook as well. For collaborations and business inquiries, please send me an email. My email is, of course, StormsTakeOver@gmail.com. Like the official DJ Storms business page, and I may just send you an invite to join the official DJ Storms Posse group on Facebook. Of course, all those links are in the description, as well as the link to my friend, Brittany K. Her social media links. She is phenomenal. She is a very, very, very talented graphic designer, does all of these designs and drawings handcrafted from scratch on her iPad. She does all these drawings of wrestlers. She also creates Twitter banners and Twitter abbeys. So if you guys are looking for some quality wrestling drawings on an iPad, new Twitter banners, new Twitter abbeys, she is your girl. Go follow her on Twitter at BrittanyK5150 and on Instagram at BrittanyKDesigns. She is a big supporter of the channel and a good friend of mine. Go show her some love. Of course, please make sure you follow all of the Hardcore Sports social media links. We are over 730 subscribers on YouTube. We are looking to be the #1 brand in all of sports analytics. So go subscribe to Hardcore Sports YouTube channel, which we are streaming live on. We're also live on the Hardcore Sports Twitch channel at Hardcore Sports 1 and the Hardcore Sports Twitter at Hardcore Sports _. We're also live on my personal Facebook, the DJ Storms Posse group chat, my Twitter, and my YouTube channel. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, you got to make sure you hit that subscribe button because me and Lil Stevie, we don't do too many collaborations. We don't do them too close together because we want to keep them special. We want to keep them special. It's like fucking Christmas Day for all you motherfuckers. So please, show us some love and hit the subscribe button. Share the stream out on all platforms, social media, whether it be Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, Tumblr, Snapchat, TikTok, whatever social media platforms that you may be using to get as many people in here as possible. Get us a nice wide outreach. I see we got Peanuts in the chat, and we also got Sarah Hapka in the chat. Both of those two are real ones. They are solid DJ Storms Posse members, and now you're getting a slice of Lil Stevie too. Of course, when you hit that subscribe button, whether it be on my channel or the Hardcore Sports channel, you got to hit that notifications bell with a huge coup de grace. You know why? Because that way you're going to know whenever I pop up on YouTube. Because whenever I pop up on YouTube, you already know, baby, it is the best time to be on YouTube. And you know why? Because it's the only time that you're going to get to see this glorious sideburn shin strap combination and this fucking beautiful mustache right here. It's just so fucking perfect. I'll tell you what else is perfect right here. This beautifully crafted magical ace comb. And we got to light it up right here on the stream with a little and a dash of and a whole lot of because like hot, freshly made pasta, linguine pasta with some marinara sauce and a meatball. I am just so good. I am fucking succulent. I'm the tastiest snack in the IWC, and everybody wants a piece of the Stormsmeister. But anyway, we're getting a little too ahead of ourselves here. So enough of the self-brand promotion and the advertisements. We're going to get straight into the matches here. And I'm actually going to hand it over to you first, Stevie. Let's talk about the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. We got ourselves Io Sky, Zoe Stark, Bayley, Zelina Vega, Becky Lynch, and Trish Stratus. Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. And I think it's pretty obvious who the winner should be, but I want you to give me your expertise analysis on this and give me your prediction.
Yeah, I think the winner is pretty obvious. My winner, personally, would be Io Sky. I love Io Sky. I think her Asuka will have there would be a great program. You can have Io just playing mind games with Asuka. You can have her trying to get in the head of Asuka. You can just have fun with that. But I would not be surprised if Zelina Vega won. Now, hear me out on this. Now, this is why I think Zelina Vega could possibly win. Bayley and Io have been having a little problems lately, little miscommunications lately. So I can see this going two ways. Io wins, she does her thing. Or Bayley can accidentally or purposely cost Io the match since she's in the match, and they can have a program going into our next pay-per-view, and that's how Zelina Vega wins. But personally, I feel like it should be easy cut. Io wins, give us a great match. Io wins, takes the money back. But people, please do not be surprised if Zelina Vega wins, and do not be surprised if we see a split between Damage Control. They haven't really been doing anything on TV anyway.
No. I understand what you're saying there, and it pretty much makes all the sense in the world that Damage Control is going to split up. And if anything, regardless of Io winning or not, I definitely see Bayley and Io being a potential match at SummerSlam this year, and that would definitely help Io boost up to the next level. Of course, if they play their cards right as well, because Vince McMahon's running the fucking show now. But I understand your point about Zelina, but the one thing that I keep on looking at is the fact that every single individual that doesn't really have too much momentum going into Money in the Bank, that individual, more likely than not, is ultimately going to be the winner. And if anything, Zelina Vega recently got a big win over Io on SmackDown. I believe it was the other week. So if anything, with Zelina having momentum, with Trish Stratus and Zoe Stark having momentum, with Becky having momentum, since Becky stood tall this past Monday on Raw, it would kind of make sense that if you look at it in a process of elimination, it could ultimately come down to Io and Bayley. Now, if they want to, I don't think that this is the correct route to do it in. They could very well play the Bayley potentially screwing Io over, and maybe Bayley takes the briefcase again, but I don't think they're going to play that card because they already played that in 2019 with Bayley.
Exactly.
So if anything, by process of elimination and seeing as Bayley, she really just wants to put people over. I feel like she's coming to the end of her career and she just wants to help out the division. She's been putting everyone over. She's put over Becky. She's put over Bianca. She's put over Alexa. At some point, she's going to have to put over Io. So I don't really think that Bayley has any shot of winning this. But by process of elimination, I actually do believe that Io actually has a better chance of coming out victorious here than our predicted winner, because I feel like we're on the same page here for the men's winner. Our predicted winner for the men's match actually has less of a chance than Io. And we'll talk about that when we get to the men's match, but I actually do believe it's going to be clear-cut Io.
Yeah.
Now, I do understand your point.
Mhm.
I do understand your point. I'm just looking at it in terms of Money in the Bank winner is usually the one with the least momentum.
And you're right on that. Io, like I said, Io should be the clear-cut winner. I want Io to win. I don't think it should be anybody else but Io. I think she deserves her moment. But like you said, we want to do process of elimination. Trish, she's older. She's an older star. I haven't really seen an older star win it. I think besides John Cena back in the day, but that was, I think
2012.
But I think that was an accident. Bayley's not going to win because, again, she's older. She's coming to the end of WWE. I don't see Becky winning because Becky literally does not need it at all. Becky doesn't need the Money in the Bank at all. Zoe Stark is too late. It's too early for her. So it really just comes down to Io and Zelina Vega. And the only reason I'm saying Zelina has a chance is just because of the rift between Bayley and Io. Bayley, I don't know if it could come off to a whole of her being jealous of Io. I don't know if it could be an accident, like she accidentally cost Io the match by accident, and then Io just turns on her because she thinks it was on purpose. It could be a lot of different factors that goes into it, but I think those are the only two women who has a real shot at winning it. And my pick is Io, but I would not be surprised if Zelina won at all.
Now, here's a question. You mentioned Becky, Trish, and Zoe. Where can you see that going into SummerSlam? I mean, if I am booking this, if I'm booking this, I would just do Becky versus Zoe and then call it a day. I wouldn't even continue the fucking program. But knowing WWE, I would like to believe that this is probably going to result in Becky looking for a tag team partner, and who but Lita? I'm guessing we're probably looking at a tag team match at SummerSlam with Lita and Becky versus Zoe Stark and Trish Stratus. The only benefit of that is the fact that it's going to benefit Zoe Stark. I'm glad that Zoe Stark is in a program with two of the biggest names in women's wrestling history. But at the end of the day, it's really not doing anything. The only saving grace is when we get the Becky versus Zoe matchup. That's going to be a fucking banger of a women's match. That's going to be great. But after that, like, you may as well just take this shit up, roll it into a ball, and just fucking Kobe it into the trash. Like, no one gives a shit about this. No one gives a shit about this whatsoever.
I feel like it's overstated as welcome. It was cool at first, but after a while, it just became old. Like everything else, it just became old and drawn out and just worn out. And
the match at Night of Champions was decent. Yeah. I will say that. That was decent, but I don't care.
Yeah, nobody cares. Like, it's not a knock against Trish, it's not a knock against Becky, it's not a knock against Zoe. It's not interesting. It's overstated as welcome. Like, I feel like All A should move on. I do think you're right. It could end up being a tag team match with Lita coming in to help Becky. It could also be just Becky versus Trish one-on-one again. I really don't want to see that. But it's who knows with WWE nowadays. They can go so many different ways. But I do like the tag team match with Lita and Becky versus Trish and Zoe. I feel like it'll help Zoe a lot. I feel like it give her put her in the eyes of everybody else. Like, okay, who's this Zoe Stark? What can she really do? And stuff like that.
Yeah, I can feel that. I can feel that. I actually feel kind of bad for Becky because at the end of the day, it's like even outside of the title picture, well, to be quite honest with you, she kind of came back when Vince McMahon kind of came back. So I'm not even going to blame Triple H on that because we all know that Triple H ain't running this shit whatsoever. But it's like even Becky outside of the championship title picture, they have not been able to book her correctly. The feud with Bayley had potential, and then they kind of wasted that when they added Trish and Lita when they didn't even have to, and they could have just done Becky versus Bayley. And then on top of that, now she's in a feud with Trish Stratus. No one gives a shit about that. It's like, what are we fucking doing here? Are we really going to have to put her against Rhea Ripley for her to actually be interesting again?
Yeah, but that's where I feel like Becky needs to be. I feel like her SummerSlam match should have been her versus Rhea, with Rhea getting a win, a big win.
Yes.
Yeah, and getting a feather under her cap as a nice women's title. She's going to be defending that title against big names. Get her a good name, get her a feather under her cap. That should have been a match for SummerSlam, Rhea versus Becky. But we probably get that around, who knows, maybe
sometime in the fall, I'm guessing, because listen, after Becky gets past Trish at SummerSlam, Rhea's going to need a challenger going into the fall because she's rumored to fight Raquel. And listen, Raquel and Rhea, I got no issue with that because they put on some great matches down in NXT. So it should be a nice showcase match for Raquel, and it should be a good victory for Rhea at SummerSlam. I got no issue with that. And then afterwards, Becky will probably mix it up with Rhea going into the fall. But before we move on to the next match, I need your final prediction here. You know, what does your head say? What does your heart say? What are you going with?
I'm going with Io. But I would not be surprised if Zelina win. I'm just putting it out there. I'm going Io. My pick is Io, but I would not be surprised if Zelina Vega won.
All right, I'm going to stick with Io. I think it's clear cut. Io's taking that briefcase, and I do believe I wouldn't have her cash in on Asuka. I wouldn't. Not now, at least.
No.
Now they could mix it up. They could mix it up, but I would either have Io cash in on either champion, and I would do it at WrestleMania. I would have the first ever women's Money in the Bank cash in at WrestleMania, and Io takes whatever championship at WrestleMania in the end. That's how I would do it.
I would be bad at that. Would be bad at all.
So moving on here, we got the match that I think could personally steal the fucking show. It's either this match or Rollins and Balor. Matt Riddle and Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, there's one criticism I have about this. Only one. I would have saved this for SummerSlam. However, with it being in London in the O2 Arena, that crowd is going to give everything they have to this match. So the crowd would probably be better at Money in the Bank, but seeing that SummerSlam's the second biggest pay-per-view of the year, I would have probably saved it till SummerSlam. That's just me. Regardless, I mean, you put Matt Riddle and Gunther on a pay-per-view, it's easily going to raise the pay-per-view a couple of notches. So this match, I'm actually very much looking forward to it. And believe it or not, I mean, I guess it could kind of be looked at as a little unpredictable.
Yeah.
I guess it could kind of be looked at as unpredictable, mainly because of the fact that Gunther's been getting the better of Matt Riddle a lot. And seemingly when an individual looks strong going into the pay-per-view, they end up losing at the pay-per-view itself. Now, with Matt Riddle injuring his ankle, they could play this off as, okay, we're going to have a great match. It's going to be a great showing, but Matt Riddle's ultimately going to fall because of the ankle, and then maybe they build towards a rematch at SummerSlam. They could do that, but I do appreciate the fact that it's unpredictable. This is actually probably the most unpredictable match of the night next to the Bloodline Civil War storyline. And that match, that's going to have a lot of fucking energy. But Matt Riddle and Gunther, I'm very much looking forward to this match. I can't really pick a clear-cut winner right now, but I'm going with Gunther to retain. And the reason being is because I really have a feeling that WWE is really pushing him strong to beat the Honky Tonk Man's record. And after he surpasses it in September, then I do believe that Bronson Reed is going to be the one being built up. I'd like to hope that since he's on television feuding with Ricochet and Nakamura, that they are building him up to potentially fight Gunther and then beat Gunther. Because, I mean, Bronson Reed and Gunther, that's a fucking mega match any day of the fucking week. And Bronson Reed being the one to beat Gunther, that credibility will be transferred from Gunther to Bronson Reed. You already have a star in Gunther, and you transfer that to Bronson Reed, that is going to make Bronson Reed into a fucking megastar. So that is something that I can see happening. It all depends on if Vince McMahon stays out of the fucking weeds, but I wouldn't be shocked if Matt Riddle comes out victorious here, because at the end of the fucking day, I don't know why, I have a feeling that Vince McMahon is really going to start putting his fingerprints all over this. Now, listen, it may seem odd saying that because, again, Matt Riddle's not a Vince McMahon guy, but at the end of the day, there were reports that Vince McMahon found Matt Riddle funny, and Matt Riddle, he's taken on more of a serious tone, which I appreciate. I've been loving serious Matt Riddle. I will say that. And on top of that, Vince actually wanted to bury Gunther and send him back down to NXT. So I wouldn't be shocked if Matt Riddle wins here. I'd like to hope that Gunther continues to be booked strong following the loss. I don't know if they're going to build up Gunther to fight Rollins yet. Maybe that might be a little too early. But to me, I think it's safe to say that it's unpredictable, but I am going to lean towards Gunther retaining the title in a match that I think could steal the show if they allow them to. Lil Stevie, floor is yours.
I agree with you. This match is very unpredictable, but I think I told you not a while back, but before this match was actually like started getting teased, I wouldn't mind Riddle beating Gunther just because Riddle. I'm high on Riddle. I've always been high on Riddle, and that's somebody who's legit. I can say he can actually beat Gunther.
Yes.
This is my thing. I'm holding out on what happens with Judgment Day. And that's why I tell you what happens with Judgment Day. I also told you I feel like the best person to beat Gunther is Priest. I'm high on Priest. Everybody's high on Priest. So
he's a good challenger. I will say that.
So I feel like if they are going to have Jordan Devlin come into Judgment Day, they're going to most likely kick Priest out. Most like I feel like 95% they're going to kick Priest out. He's going to go face. He's going to go face. If he get kicked out, he's going to have a match with Balor. He's going to beat Balor. After that, he has all the men in the world at SummerSlam to go beat Gunther for the Intercontinental Champion. Now, how do you make a star in Priest? He beats Balor. He beats Gunther. Those two right there are certified stars, certified challengers. If you beat those two, you have momentum going into anything. So I'm going with Gunther, but it's like you said, it's really hard to call. If Judgment Day isn't gonna get broken up, well, not broken up, but if Priest isn't gonna get exiled out of Judgment Day, I would go Riddle just to give an IC title a new feel, give it to a new phase, give Riddle some momentum, give him actually something to do. Because Riddle's great. Riddle's fucking amazing. He's funny. He's great in the ring, especially when he's intense. Riddle's fucking great, and I feel like people need to really see that more. Like they need to, but okay. They have something to Riddle, a WWE Championship caliber person in Riddle. But if Priest is getting exiled out of Judgment Day, that's my person to take the title off of Gunther, personally.
Now, it's not a bad idea. I will say that, but I don't know. Do you feel Priest is hot enough for that yet? Or do you feel like he could use a little bit more seasoning?
But I think he's ready for it. Everybody's high on Priest. I've heard reports that all the backstage members are high on every member of the Judgment Day individually and them as a group. And he's hot. Everybody loves Priest. And if he can get exiled out of Judgment Day and then he's having this storyline where he's fighting Dom and Finn and JD Devlin, he has all the momentum in the world. After he beats Finn, I feel like that gives him so much momentum. He can go challenge Gunther and it'd be realistic for him to beat Gunther. So if he beats Gunther, everybody, oh my God, he ended the streak. Like you said, he'd probably beat the Honky Tonk Man's record. He beat Gunther, the longest reigning IC title, one of the best wrestlers on the card. I mean, not on the card, on the roster, and just a real threat to anybody. So if Priest can beat him, I feel like that just give him even more momentum to just carry that title on for about 4 or 5, 6 months.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Also, Mr. Puntaseca in the chat on Facebook. Thank you very much for the praise on our commentary. But here's the one thing I'm trying to think about. I just feel like Priest is better with the Judgment Day right now because if you're looking towards SummerSlam, obviously Balor's not going to beat Rollins, Priest, he's got a little bit more of a chance at winning Money in the Bank. He's actually the only other guy that should be winning Money in the Bank minus LA Knight, and we'll be talking about that. But let's say Priest doesn't win. I don't know about you, but I would really love to see Balor and Priest the Judgment Day fight Owens and Zayn for the tag team titles at SummerSlam. That would be a mega SummerSlam match. That would really help the tag team titles. That would really help Owens and Zayn. I mean, they're the tag team of the year. They're going to bring Pretty Deadly to their best match ever tomorrow. And then if you do the Judgment Day at SummerSlam, I mean, that's yet another notch on their belt. Then you got DIY reportedly reuniting, and we're going to get DIY versus Owens and Zayn. So that's just me. If you want to build the breakup between Balor and Priest, I would have them challenge for the tag team titles and then have Balor kind of turn on Priest after they lose, kind of building a little bit more tension. But just for me, I don't think that it's a good idea to break them up just yet. I do believe that Priest will be a solid IC champion one day. I don't know if he's the one to beat Gunther, but he's in a handful of choices. It could be Riddle. It could be Reed. It could be Gunther. I would not mind it whatsoever. But I would personally love to see the tag team title match at SummerSlam. I don't know. What do you think about that?
I like that too. It's so many ways they can go about it. I don't think the breakup happens tonight. I don't think the breakup happens next week. I think it's going to be a slow build for the breakup. I think you're going to start seeing a tension between, because I feel like Balor's hitting a point to where he's getting more ruthless. He's getting more.
Oh, yeah. I've been loving him. He's looked great in the build.
He's getting more ruthless. He's getting more mean. And Rhea, she's already mean. She's already ruthless. And you got Dom. He doesn't really get a word out, but he's mean. He's ruthless some way. The only person who's kind of nice and kind of like, like not timid, but like he's kind of like, okay, he's cool. It's Priest. Like even when he had Rey Mysterio, he wanted to shake Rey Mysterio's hand. He had respect for Rey. He's not as ruthless and as mean as everybody else in the group at the moment. And that's why I'm thinking it might be a breakup, because remember when Priest first started with Judgment Day, how he attacked Bad Bunny and how he was just choke slamming people through tables, and he was like the real big hitter of Judgment Day. He was this big mean guy. He's not really that right now. Like I'm not saying he's soft or anything like that, but he's not as mean, as ruthless as Finn and as Rhea is right now. So that's why I think it might be a breakup, and JD might come in, because JD, he's mean, he's ruthless, he's tough. And I can see JD just attacking Priest, and Finn not having anything bad to say about it. He's like, yeah, you don't deserve to be in this group. You lost your edge. You gone soft on this. Stuff like that. I can see them building that up in like a month or two, honestly.
I wouldn't necessarily be opposed to it. I mean, now that you put it that way, I mean, you're kind of convincing me a little bit more. I don't know. I guess like right now we're in an unpredictable situation. I guess you could say like that's probably one of the only intriguing things on Monday Night Raw outside of Rollins and Gunther. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. But who do you have winning this match between Matt Riddle and Gunther? I have Gunther.
Yeah, I have Gunther winning. I wouldn't be mad if Riddle won, but I have Gunther winning and retaining.
Do you see a rematch at SummerSlam, or does Gunther move on to another challenger?
I don't really see any other challengers besides maybe Ricochet.
Maybe he does a multi-man match. Maybe. How about this? Maybe Ricochet, Reed, and Nakamura. Maybe they slide in, and maybe we get a fatal four-way match. I mean, think about it: Gunther, Reed, Ricochet, Nakamura. Yeah, that's a great fucking match.
I wouldn't hate it. We haven't really. I don't think it's been a while since we had a multi-person IC title match.
WrestleMania was the last one. It was Sheamus, Drew, and Gunther.
Exactly. So I wouldn't hate it. I would not mind it at all.
Maybe add Riddle in there. Make it fatal five-way.
I could see it because his ankle. It's tough. If this is really unpredictable, they can go so many different ways with it. They really can't fuck this up. But really, like, it's so many challenges out there right now that has a little momentum behind them, which is weird to say about WWE, because not many people have momentum besides like one or two guys. But you have Ricochet. I mean, yeah, you have Ricochet. You have Nakamura. You have Reed. You have Riddle. You have guys who have momentum. You can even Tommaso Ciampa. He has a little momentum coming in, but he's gonna be DIY soon, most likely. Yeah. So I add him to anything. But you have those those 4 guys who can actually give Gunther a challenge at SummerSlam. So it could be a fatal 5-way. It could be just him versus Shinsuke. It could be him just versus Ricochet. It could be him just versus Reed. It could be a ton. It could be so many things.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But shout out to Jalitza. Thank you very much for joining the chat. I greatly appreciate you showing support. Be sure to hit that like button and continue to share the stream out. So I think we are both going with Gunther here to retain.
Yep.
And we are 2 for 2 so far. Let's move on here to Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler for the undisputed WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. We needed a piss break match. We got it. We got it for sure. Here's what I will say. I will say one positive thing. Ronda and Shayna have not been putting on bad matches.
They have not.
I will say that. Their match with Isla Dawn and Alba Fire was fine for what it was. Casey and Caden had a very nice showcase against them on Raw. Their matches have not been terrible. I'm not sure what happened. I'm not sure if Ronda's actually fucking trying, because Ronda was pulling out fucking poison Ranas in that match with Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, which I appreciate. I appreciate if she's actually trying, but I mean, I think the damage is already done, and no one gives a shit about the women's tag team titles. All this shit is just continuation from the fact that Liv and Raquel got stripped of the titles. Now they're getting their rematch. I guess you could say it has a little bit of history, because 1 year ago, it was Liv Morgan that cashed in her Money in the Bank contract on Ronda Rousey. But I mean, we really have to see Liv Morgan and Ronda Rousey again. We really got to see that shit again after the disaster that we saw at Extreme Rules. I mean, holy shit. This should be an easy one. Ronda and Shayna are retaining. I don't know where the fuck they go afterwards. I really don't. I would just fucking retire the titles. But if you're asking me, Morgan and Raquel, they're absolutely going to be challengers for Rhea. And I see Raquel being the next challenger for Rhea at SummerSlam. And then afterwards, Morgan and Becky are going to fall into the fold there. Ronda and Shayna retain here. Piss break match. And the crowd is going to be probably the quietest that they will be all show.
Me personally, I agree with you. It's cut and bait. I'm not really interested in the match at all. But the reason I feel like Shayna, I mean, first of all, no, not the Shayna. Shayna's always been great.
Oh, she's always been great.
Yeah, she can go in there easily. My thing is, Ronda was never really that terrible either until, like, I want to say, like,
no, dude, her first run was great. I don't know what the fuck happened, but her first run was awesome.
Exactly.
She brought Nia Jax to a great match.
Exactly. So I feel like what's going on, the reason they're having great matches and the reason they're great pairs, because we're seeing them in limited force. Like, you got Ronda come in, she'll get her stuff off, she'll go and get her stuff off, and then she looks great. And then when she needs to tag in Shayna come in, get her stuff off, she looks great. And that's how the match just goes. Because they're both good. They're not horrible. So the fact that we're getting them in limited doses, and the fact that we can get them together with they actually are friends, so they can run ideas off each other to make their matches better in general. That's why I feel like they're having all these great matches, just because we're getting them in lower doses, and they are true best friends, so they can just run the matches off of each other all day, and they can come up with great stuff. But yeah, I don't know where they go after this at all. Honestly, they've beaten almost everybody. I would have held off on the unification match till SummerSlam, in all honesty, just because that's the bigger match. I would have held off on Casey and what's her name? I'm so sorry.
Caden.
Yeah, Caden until another time. Like,
I would have that match at SummerSlam and have Casey and Caden win.
Yeah, I would have had them space these matches out. They've just been throwing these matches at us like just randomly, and I'm not mad at them because it's getting these women on TV. It's getting them with eyes on them, and they have been having great matches. But I feel like if you want to make them titles important, you have to build something with them titles and build the challengers up and actually build the division up, instead of just, oh, here's Casey and Cater, and here's Isla Dawn and Fire. Like, you need to build these women up. You know what I'm saying? And build actual storylines for these matches instead of just throwing people at her. But yeah, Shayna and Ronda win easily. I'm kind of hoping Raquel turns on Liv. I don't know if I'm only one who thinks that or who wants that.
I think they're just going to break up mutually, and then Raquel's going to fight Rhea, and then Liv Morgan will probably do the same.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's boring. I don't know. I feel like Raquel is better as a heel. I don't know why. I feel like she's better as a heel. So
I'd say turn her heel after she loses to Rhea.
I can see that.
Because you need to have a baby face versus a heel. Because Rhea's not. Listen, Rhea's a heel, but she's a heel that's beloved by everyone.
So that's why I feel like you can really play it off as a baby face and heel still, just because even though Rhea's a heel, she's still loved by everybody. So she'll still get some cheers here and there. I don't know. I just want some type of excitement in this match. Some type of okay.
Buddy Murphy, man, he's one lucky guy. Buddy Murphy, man. But yeah, but I'll tell you this: he is getting cucked out by Dominic.
Yeah, who? Yeah, like come on, Dominic. Come on. She even has his name painted on her face at all times. Come on, that's
no. She has her fucking she has fucking Dom on her ass.
Exactly. Come on.
Come on. I mean, like that kid's living the fucking dream.
But personally, I wouldn't stand for it. But that's just me. That's just me. Personally.
Holy shit! I saw that shit. I'm like, am I seeing that shit right?
But yeah, like you said, it's clear cut and dry. Shayna wins with Ronda. I don't know where they go after this, but I just hope just for a turn, just because I just want something interesting. This match isn't going to be interesting. I mean, it's not going to be a bad match. I'm not going to say that. It's not going to be a bad.
Maybe it could end up surprising us. Who the fuck knows?
It's going to be a decent match. It's going to be an okay match for what it is, because everybody in that match can go. Like Liv can go, Raquel can go, Shayna can go, and Ronda can go. And we're getting them all in short doses, and it's actually kind of a story behind it somewhat. I can see it not being a horrible match, but I'm just hoping we get like a turn just from Raquel, just to spice something up.
I'd say we'd see the turn probably next month, and then we'll probably get heel Raquel. But speaking of ex-con Dom, he's actually in the next match that we're talking about. Dominic Mysterio and Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes out here quoting the fucking Cat in the Hat. Hello, little kitties, a rat-a-tat-tat. Don't you know who I am? I'm the Cat in the Hat. I can do nursery rhymes too, motherfucker. You can hear my voice echo all throughout the walls. If you don't like the truth I speak, you can suck on my balls. How about that? Like that? Anyway, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes and fucking Dominic Mysterio. I should write a fucking children's book. I'd probably write the worst children's book ever. Cody Rhodes and Dominic.
Get canceled writing a children's book.
I get canceled. Dude, let me tell you something. No one can fucking cancel me. No one's fucking gonna cancel me. Okay, so, dude, listen. Cody is always great, but dude, this fucking shit that they've been doing with him post WrestleMania, they have fucking ruined him.
Yeah,
they've absolutely fucking ruined him. And you know what? Every single individual outside of maybe Road Dogg and Bully Ray, and they're a bunch of WWE cocksuckers. Outside of those two, every individual who was saying, oh, Cody needed more struggle, Cody needed more of a fight, they all are fucking dead silent now. Now everyone knows that what I said when Cody should have won, wow, surprise, surprise, DJ Storms was right again. It is unfucking believable. And everything that Roman's doing right now with the bloodline, he didn't need the fucking title for. The title's essentially a prop on Roman Reigns. And Dominic Mysterio, listen, I think he's gotten a lot better. I think the heat that he gets is great, but dude, I really don't care. This match is as predictable as it comes. There's one way that this match is going to end. Brock Lesnar is costing Cody Rhodes, and we're going to get the third match at SummerSlam.
100%.
Dom is going to win because of Brock Lesnar. Now, I will say this. I will say one positive thing about this. I'm actually very intrigued to see how Dom handles himself against Cody in a hostile crowd against a main event guy. Because there's a difference between fighting your father and fighting a guy like Cody Rhodes. Because Cody Rhodes is not family. Cody Rhodes you've never worked with before. And Cody Rhodes is an individual who easily should be the world champion. Not now, because he fucking sucks. But right now, I'm actually genuinely intrigued to see how Dominic Mysterio handles himself. And if anything, because of the crowd reaction, maybe it ends up being a semi-entertaining match. But in the end, dude, this is as fucking predictable as it comes.
Yeah.
This is as predictable as it comes. There is no fucking way that Lesnar is not going to show up. There's no way that Lesnar is not going to cost Cody Rhodes, because they've been egging it on that Cody wants a rematch. Cody wants a rematch. Cody's calling out Lesnar one more time, one more time, one more time. And we're going to get the third match at SummerSlam, when it should be Cody winning Money in the Bank and cashing in on Roman. But, you know, what the fuck do I know? What the fuck do I know? Lesnar is costing Cody Rhodes, and Dominic Mysterio is going to reap the benefits. And honestly, I wouldn't have any problem with that. I wouldn't have a problem with that whatsoever. I don't know what you do with Dom afterwards, because there's really nowhere left for him to go. He certainly can't fucking challenge for the world title yet, too fucking early. And if he does challenge for the world title, it's probably going to be on a Monday Night Raw. It's definitely not going to be at a SummerSlam. Maybe they have Dom challenge Rollins at a Payback. Maybe they do that. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But either way, Lesnar's costing Cody. Dom's winning. Ball's in your court.
Yeah, 100%. Like you said, that's gonna happen. My thing with Dom, it is interesting with him, simply because the heat he gets, I actually like it. Like, they don't let him get a word out. All he has to do is put the phone up to his face and they start booing. It's actually great TV. It's great heel work. It's great stuff. My thing with Dom is, I am interested to see how he works with Cody. He's never worked with Cody before. I haven't seen him in a high profile match in a long time. He's in a hostile environment. He's going to be against one of the top dogs, like you said. And yeah, I'm interested to see how he works it. If he does, great. I honestly can see him and JD going for the tag team titles in the Judgment Day. That's why I think Finn is the singles guy in that group. I think he's the guy who's gonna get singles gold somehow. He might not get gold at all, but he's the guy who's gonna be in the singles running, fighting the big names. Because Finn, to me, is the best in the group. So he's gonna be fighting the bigger names like Seth, like everybody, like Priest, they break up, stuff like that. So I see once he beats Cody, he said, I beat Rey Mysterio, I beat no, he didn't beat Rey, I beat Cody Rhodes. Like, he can just say all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like all that momentum he has, him and JD can easily challenge for the tag team titles. I don't think they win. I wouldn't mind them winning, but I don't think they win. But that's an outright I go. And back to Cody. Yeah, man, he's falling from grace. He came in with so much hype, so much momentum, and I still don't understand why he didn't win win the belt. Like, Roman does not need the title. Roman hasn't been able to need the title for a very long time now. Like, it's certain guys to me in the industry that they don't need titles.
He's on Undertaker levels now.
He's like, it's certain guys like a John Mox, like a Seth Rollins, like a Roman Reigns, guys like that who doesn't really need a world title, but like they're capable of being world champion. They're the workhorse, not the workhorse because Roman ain't working shit, but they're the top guys in their companies. So I don't understand why Cody didn't win. We really didn't need this Brock and Cody feud at all.
It makes no sense.
It makes no sense at all. It came out of nowhere. The storyline is really kind of dragged, and it really became kind of dumb.
What storyline? There's no fucking story.
With the whole broken arm and the...
Well, what's the fucking story? Brock Lesnar saying, look at this face.
Like,
he sounds like fucking Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
It kind of...
Zoinks!
Like, it kind of reminds me of that Dolph Ziggler when he came back that one time. He's like, it should have been me.
Oh, my God, dude.
That's what this all kind of reminds me. About being completely honest,
that was fucking terrible.
So I don't know where, like, after this, I really don't know where Cody goes after Brock. Honestly, I don't know where Cody goes. I don't know where Dom goes after this. I don't know what's the point of this match. Like, nothing about none of their situations make any sense at all. Like, I don't know what's going on. The only thing I see for Dom is him being a tag team wrestler, because I don't see him going for any singles gold.
Not with Gunther. Not with Gunther as champion. If Theory was on Raw, I could see Dom winning the U.S. title.
I won't even see that, just because I think Austin Theory is so much better than Dom. Like, Austin Theory has star potential written all over him. So I don't know.
I will say this, though. I think it's time for Theory to lose the title at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's had a run with it.
Yeah, he's had a great run with it. I think it's time for him to go to the main event picture. Not right now.
Not with Roman there.
Yeah, Roman's there right now. But once Roman loses to Cody, around whatever in the fuck that happens.
You know what? I wouldn't even have Roman lose to Cody. I'll tell you what I would do when we get to the main event.
I think I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, you know where I'm going.
I know
Yeah.
Go. All right, next match. Let's go to the next match. I got Cody. I got Dom. You got Dom.
Yeah, Brock is definitely costing him.
Yeah, Brock's gonna cost in the match. Dom's gonna have a little momentum. So yeah.
Bloodline Civil War. Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa versus the Usos. Now, listen, I have shit on Roman Reigns numerous amounts of times. Not because he's not great. Not because he's not great. Mainly because of the booking of him post-WrestleMania. And the fact that he hasn't defended the title and it's pretty much become a prop. Mm-hmm. Roman Reigns reaching 1,000 days, while it was impressive and while it is unheard of, while it does make Roman one of the GOATs, it was unnecessary. It was completely unnecessary and it didn't need to happen. I compared this to if you're outside and it's the summertime and you're cooking a steak. You go to the butcher and you either get a New York strip or filet mignon or fucking what was it? Fucking T-bone steak or porterhouse, whatever you want, right? And then you season it up. You put the garlic salt, the paprika. If you want to marinate it, you put the marinade on it. Am I making you fucking hungry yet? And all you do, you just need to put it on the grill for the right amount of time. Now, for me, it's 2 to 3 minutes. You get it to medium. You don't do it completely rare because then it's not as good. And you certainly don't do it well done. But look, some people like it well done. Some people do 5 minutes. But let's say you leave it on for 10 minutes each side, and then you take it off, and it's all rubbery. It's lost its flavor. There's no taste. And you're thinking to yourself, fuck, where did I go wrong? Motherfucker, you left it on the fucking grill too long. That's Roman's title reign.
Yeah.
Roman's title reign. The titles are the stakes. Roman is the grill, and you left it on the grill for too long. That's it.
That's a great analogy. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. But I will say this. The Usos turning on Roman Reigns, that did fucking pop me. I will say that. Yeah. I will say that fucking popped me. And I genuinely believe that the crowd's going to be fucking loud. Crowd's going to be loud for this shit. Now, there were reports going around, I believe it was from PW Insider, that WWE's planning a shocking upset. I don't know about you, but I think that shocking upset could very well be the Usos coming out victorious. It's either that, or Matt Riddle's beating Gunther. It's either one of those two. So I'm probably going to go with the Usos, mainly because that makes a little more sense. And yes, Shalitza, I am a fucking chef. I'm Chef Storms. Step into my kitchen. Anyway, I'm going to be a fucking better chef than Gordon Ramsay. Fuck Hell's Kitchen. This is Storm's kitchen, motherfucker. Anyway, as far as the Usos go, I was actually picking them to win regardless, simply because of the fact that what we're in right now is we're in a scenario where the Usos are now on a quest. They're now on a quest to free Solo Sikoa from Roman's manipulation. Roman Reigns is in full control of Solo Sikoa. It's like he's like a fucking leech sucking the blood out of Solo Sikoa. He's possessed. Solo Sikoa is possessed by the manipulation of Roman Reigns. And the Usos need to fucking beat it out of him. So that, I would expect the Usos to come out victorious. And then that is going to be the start of building up Solo to finally drive that spike into Roman. And the plan that I have for that coincides with what's going on with Money in the Bank, which we will get to that. But as far as right now goes, I have the feeling that the Usos are going to get the win here by pinning Solo. And that is going to build tension between Solo and Roman, which will ultimately culminate at SummerSlam, not in a match, but in a Samoan spike. But I think that the crowd's going to be very, very hyped up for this. I'm genuinely curious to see how they play this off, but there's going to be a lot of emotion to go into this match. So let me hear what you got.
I agree with you. I had the Usos winning regardless, just because it wouldn't make sense for Roman and Solo to win. Wouldn't make sense at all for them to win. But yeah, this match is going to be really great. First of all, match is going to be probably one of the best matches of the night. Besides, I say it might top Gunther Riddle just because of the build and the crowd going to be behind it. But
Rollins and Balor could do it. That match is just predictable. But I mean, I genuinely believe that we could get the best Rollins and Balor match out of those two with this match. But I'm sorry I interrupted you.
Are you good? Absolutely. I feel you. That's good. That's the best match of the night to me. Seth versus Balor, but this is the second best match to me. This is going to be the second best match. And the bloodline storyline is it's like I have mixed emotions about it. One enemy is like, okay, I don't want to watch this anymore. It's overstayed its welcome. It's been going on too long.
That's
But
only because Roman's the champion. If Roman wasn't the champion, I'd be fine.
yeah, but for some odd reason, I keep wanting to see more. Like they keep me interested. They keep me on my toes. They keep me like, okay, I'm liking this. I'm liking this. Like a part of me doesn't want to see it anymore. Part of me wants everybody to go their separate ways and Usos do their thing and Roman and Solo do their something. Roman does his thing. But part of me is like, I'm loving this bloodline. I'm loving this bloodline thing. So, yeah. So, I'm sorry, I'm lost train of thought. The Usos win 100%. I think this is a great match, and I think what you said is right. I think they're gonna try to free Solo because even when Solo spiked Jimmy, Jay was still trying to talk to him like, "Hey, you're our brother. We can forgive you. Like, we just want you to like come back, or we just want you to come home." And like, he's not good for you. He's toxic. He's not a great person right now. And I feel like eventually Roman's gonna start mistreating Solo. I feel like this is the step one of it. I feel like this is gonna cause Roman to, go over edge and go overboard and be like, okay, now I'm getting more pissed off because why did you let me down? Why did you lose that match? That was our match to win. So I feel like you are right with the Solo turn on Roman. I feel like this would go into a match with them too for the world champion, but I don't think Solo wins that. I think whoever wins the Money in the Bank, this is their time to cash in on Roman and win that.
I don't think that the match is going to be for the championship. I think it's going to be a match at WrestleMania 40 with no title. But that's
I think it'd be for the title. It's just because Solo, he's gonna be a single star at that point. The Usos are the tag team. Solo's gonna be a single star. He's to me, he's the most dangerous and most.
Oh, I love Solo. He's the best out of the bloodline.
Yeah,
I love Solo.
Like he's the most like if anybody is in the bloodlines is to believe to beat Roman, it's Solo. So that's why I think it'd be a title for the match, but I don't think Solo wins that match. But I'm sorry to bring back Cody. I should have said this back in, but Cody, this is why Cody should have won the match at WrestleMania. This would have made this storyline 10 times better because Roman losing the title could have put him in like a whirlwind of him just losing his shit. Like him just going overboard. Like him just, I fucking lost the title. Like him taking a couple weeks off and he coming back just angry, just tearing shit up. And just going down a rabbit hole of just losing himself and losing his family in the process because he's alienating them because he lost the only thing he's truly loved, and that's the title. Like everybody knows the only thing Roman really cares about is the title. So him losing that title would have made him alienate his family because he's like, I don't care about you guys. All I care about is getting my fucking title back. Help me get my fucking title back. That's all y'all are here for. And I feel like that could have made this storyline 10 times fucking better.
Yeah.
But since we're here with this, I feel like the storyline isn't bad for what we got. It's not bad at all for what we got. And I think the Usos pull this off. And I think they continue this going into SummerSlam and just might end up all the way up into WrestleMania.
So after that, I definitely believe that it's going to result in a match at WrestleMania. I'm not sure how, but probably Roman's going to get some side quests. I think he's going to be fighting some other people before he inevitably gets to a match with Solo. But or maybe he has the match with Solo at Payback. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
I mean, it fits the pay-per-view.
It could be so many different ways to go about it. I feel like the end match isn't Jay. Everybody keeps saying they want Jay to win.
No, it's not Jay. I will tell you what the end is. We're going to get to that when we talk about who wins the briefcase.
Yep.
But World Heavyweight title, Rollins and Balor, 7 years in the making. I'm actually very much looking forward to this. And like I said, This has had the best build out of anything, minus the Bloodline storyline. And I do truthfully believe that this could be the best Rollins and Balor match that we've seen. Rollins is at the top of his game. This is the best version of Rollins that we've seen. And Balor has just completely resurrected his career. I really don't believe that Finn Balor is this fucking good. And he's over 40, by the way. It's over 40, by the way. It's absolutely unbelievable. Crazy, crazy, crazy shit. And at this rate, I don't know about you, but the way that Balor's been acting, man, I don't know. It's almost like I actually want him to win.
Yeah.
There's a small part of me that actually wants Finn Balor to win, even though I know it's not going to happen. But I don't know, man. I kind of want him to win.
Yeah, Finn, the way he's been attacking Seth, the way he's been talking, the way he's just been acting, the way his attitude's been changing, Finn winning would not be a horrible thing. But they're not going out. I'm the biggest Seth Rollins fan that there come. I don't think they take the title off of Seth. He's been a work champion so far. He's put a lot of energy into the title. He's probably the most over person in the company at the moment. Probably the best wrestler, in my opinion, in the company. So you keep tight on him as long as possible until somebody comes along who can take that away from him.
I would like to see them revive Nakamura for next year's WrestleMania.
I wouldn't be mad at that. You got somebody like Nakamura. You got somebody like Bronson Reed. I think the person that beat Seth is Gunther whenever the time is right. Whenever the time is right. Yeah, I feel like whenever the time is right, probably most likely at WrestleMania, I feel like that's the person who's going to beat Seth. I feel like that's what we're going to go end up. But yeah, this is going to be a great match, probably the best match on the card. The London people are going to eat this up in the UK. Balor's big down there. Seth is big down there. The only thing I hate to say this, because I love Seth. The only problem I have with Seth Rollins right now is I feel like his theme song is burying his opponents, which isn't like a horrible thing if you look at it because it's Seth Rollins, but like it's very hard for a great promo to come off when Seth is in the ring with anybody else, just because they're going to be singing his theme song almost the whole promo and almost the whole entire match. And the match thing is not a problem for me. I don't care about you singing his theme to the match. It makes the match better. But when Finn couldn't get off his material because the crowd just would not stop singing his theme song, I feel like that can be a hindrance going forward, just because people won't be able to get their stuff off and they won't be able to properly build a match through promos. It probably just have to be through attacks or backstage segments of just interviews or just talking without the crowd involved.
That I can understand. That I definitely am starting to feel it a little bit. It's really starting to get jammed down our throats a bit. And London's going to be singing that a lot. London probably won't shut the fuck up until Rollins goes to the back.
Yeah, I think they're going to be singing it until they might be singing it before his entrance even come on. They might be singing.
They're going to sing it. They're going to sing it the whole damn match.
They might sing it through Finn's entrance. They're gonna sing it as soon as Seth Rollins comes out. They're gonna sing it through the whole match. They're gonna sing it while he's walking to the back. But I feel like it can be a hindrance at times. And it's probably going to hinder a lot of opponents, especially opponents who's not strong on the mic. Like Gunther, he's not bad on the mic, but when that feud comes, it can really hinder that feud just because he really won't be able to get his material off. Nakamura is another one who not that great on the mic, so his material won't be great. I think
Nakamura is funny when you allow him to be.
He's funny.
Nakamura is fucking funny. Like when he had to like listen. Look, I will give credit to the Miz though. Miz has actually been pretty decent lately. But I remember when they had a promo Miz TV segment with the Miz and Nakamura, and Nakamura was calling him Shinsei Kintama, and we didn't know what it fucking meant. And Miz goes like, "Is that cool?" And Nakamura goes, sorta. He goes like, "What does it mean?" And Nakamura goes, "Well, it means the man with tiny balls." Like, I don't know why I laughed at that, but I laughed at that way harder than I should have. I'm like, why don't we see that from Nakamura more? When they allow him to be, Nakamura is fucking funny.
Yeah, he's funny. He's not bad on the mic. I just feel like
he's entertaining.
I just feel like he won't be able to combat the crowd singing through Rollins' thing. So I feel like the only wrestler on the roster who can actually combat that, well, only two wrestlers who can combat the crowd just singing through his theme song through the whole promo and the whole segments, is LA Knight and Roman, just because they can reflect heat so good and they can just come up with stuff off the top of the head. But other than that, this match is going to be really great. It's not unpredictable at all to me. I think Seth wins this, but I have been loving what Finn Balor has been doing. They have reinvented Finn Balor. He's got a new burst of energy to him. He's becoming more vocal, not vocal, but he's becoming more of a vocal point of the show. And I hope this continues. I actually really do hope this continues, and hopefully, I actually hope maybe he can become IC champion one day. I hope Priest does win it if they do the breakup, and then they revisit their feud all over again, and then Finn ends up beating them. But yeah, Finn's great. The match is gonna be great. But I have Seth Rollins coming out.
Yeah. I can feel that. I can definitely feel that. But this is Rollins' match to win. Who can you see Rollins fighting at SummerSlam? I mean, I wouldn't mind a match with Nakamura. I wouldn't mind that at all.
I was thinking Bronson Reed. You had Bronson Reed fighting Gunther. I had Bronson Reed fighting Seth.
You know what I would do? I wouldn't do a multi-man match at well, actually, you know what? I would. I would put Nakamura, Riddle, and Reed against Gunther. I would put Ricochet against Seth Rollins. Now that is one hell of a fucking match right there. I don't think we've seen it. I don't think we've seen it.
I don't think we've seen it either. I didn't think about it that way. I had my sights on Reed going against Rollins just because he's a monster. He's a believer monster. He's a great talent and probably the best heel on Raw to go against Seth. But I would not mind Ricochet. It could be a different storyline of a match built on respect. And Seth kind of respecting Ricochet, but not respecting him. Like, he respects his skill set in the ring. But he'll probably pull out but what have you done for me lately? You've been NXT North American champion. That's cool, but what have you done after that? Like, since you've been on the main roster, you have done nothing. So you're not ready to beat Seth Rollins. That's why I think if that match goes, that could be a building block, which I would like. But me personally, I have Bronson Reed going against Seth at SummerSlam. I feel like that'd be a great match. I feel like it'd give Bronson Reed really great momentum to go ahead and just be the monster that he is.
That I would not mind. I guess we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. But Rollins, I don't know what he's going to do going into SummerSlam. But as far as Balor goes, I think him and Priest would be great challenging Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
But that
would be solid.
I feel that'd be great. I feel that'd be a great way to start the breakup. If it is a breakup, I'm not saying it is a breakup. I hope
maybe they win the fucking tag team titles. Who knows?
Who knows? But that's probably the best bet for Finn to go. Maybe Finn, since I see another way Finn kicking Priest out. Now, hear me out. Finn's been going. He's been losing his shit. Let's just be real. Finn's been losing his shit.
Yeah, clearly.
So he 100% believes in his mind he could beat Seth Rollins. So when he loses to Seth clean in the middle of the ring, I can see him losing his shit even more. And just, I can see Priest kind of consoling, it's okay, man. Don't worry about it. You'll get it next time. Don't even worry about it. Like, Priest just being Priest, like, just keeping the heads up, keeping the spirits up. Finn doesn't want to hear that shit. Finn's a psychotic madman right now. You can't tell a psychotic madman who just lost the most important match of his life so far, it'd be okay. You'll get it next time.
No, you can't. Nah.
You can't say that. So I can feel like that could be another way they can break up. And then I don't know. It's just so many ways they can go get with Finn. There's so many ways they can go with this match. Not go with the match. The match goes Seth Rollins. But I would love to see what Finn does after this match.
So after that, we're both Seth here. I don't think we got a single prediction wrong. I don't think we're not differing on anything. We shouldn't differ on this one either. Men's Money in the Bank ladder match. We got to the final match on this prediction show. Santos Escobar, Butch, LA Knight, Damian Priest, Ricochet, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Logan Paul. And now people are saying, oh yeah, Logan Paul got added to this match to balance out the field. No, motherfucker. No. You want to know why Logan Paul got in this match? Look at the fucking field before they announced Logan Paul. Escobar, Butch, Pete Dunne, Knight, Priest, Ricochet, Nakamura. What is the common denominator? They're all Triple H guys. They are all individuals that were made into stars under Triple H. Vince McMahon could not fucking bear to have what could realistically be looked at as one of the top 3 most important matches of the year. WrestleMania main events #1, Royal Rumbles #2, and Money in the Bank, realistically, by default, could be looked at as the #3 most important match of the year. And you take a look at the field, not one guy is a Vince McMahon assigned guy. Not one. Not one. Triple H was sitting back nice and pretty, and Vince McMahon comes in and announces Logan Paul's return a week prior before he returned, and he's like, "Oh, pal, what is this shit? This shit in all NXT guys? Oh, no, fuck that. That's not how I do business, pal. I'm signing off on Logan Paul, and he's going to be the 7th guy." That's exactly what happened. He is there because Vince McMahon needed one of his own appointed individuals in this match. And for all we fucking know, he could end up winning this match. I'm legit fucking fearful. And what's going to happen? He's going to cash in on Rollins at SummerSlam and he's going to lose again. He's not winning. There's no way. There's no fucking way that, listen, knowing them, they had fucking Goldberg beat The Fiend. They'll probably do this shit. Lo and behold, they'll probably have Logan Paul win, cash in on Rollins at SummerSlam, and win. Who fucking knows? But, dude, the winner is clear. The winner is clear in this. There is one way that you do this. I am saying, fuck Seth Rollins, fuck Logan Paul, fuck that. Roman Reigns fights whoever at SummerSlam. Some people are saying it's going to be Bobby Lashley because Bobby Lashley's been calling out Roman. Some people are saying that it could very well be AJ Styles. Whether it's Lashley, whether it's Styles, whether it's Edge, whatever. Roman fights whoever. He beats whoever. Usos attack. Roman Reigns gets in the face of Solo Sikoa. Solo finally snaps, says, "All right, you know what? Fuck you, you son of a bitch." Samoan Spike right to the fucking throat. The bloodline is now whole again, and Roman has been excommunicated. And now everyone is equal. Solo Sikoa and the Usos beat down Roman. LA Knight swoops down. LA Knight swoops in, cashes in the Money in the Bank briefcase. BFT, 1, 2, 3. We got ourselves a new undisputed champion. Absolutely. Fuck Cody. Fuck Jay, fuck Jimmy, fuck Solo, fuck AJ, fuck The Rock, fuck that shit, fuck the 1,000-day reign. Enough is enough. It's time for a change. LA Knight needs to be that change. You want to know how you make a moment? That's how you fucking make a moment. That's how you fucking make a new star. The fans want LA Knight. Cut the shit. Cut the bullshit. Stop the waiting. Stop dancing around the problem. Stop dancing around what the fans want. The fans want LA Knight. Fucking give them LA Knight. Exactly. I expect nothing less. Will they do that? Oh, probably not. Probably not. Of course they won't. Of course they won't do that. You know why? Because that's the right thing to do. That's the logical thing to do. That is the correct way to go about booking this shit. Of course they're not going to go about it. I'm telling you, dude, we'd be fucking lucky if LA Knight ends up winning.
No, I 100% think LA Knight wins. I'm going to tell you why I think Logan Paul was at it. I don't think Logan Paul was at it for Vince. I think Logan Paul was at it because the match was so fucking predictable.
Who cares, dude? Who cares if it's predictable? Just give us a great wrestling match and give us the right fucking outcome. I don't give a shit. This whole argument, dude, listen, I'm sorry, I'm losing my shit here. The argument of, oh, it's too predictable, that shit is absolutely fucking lame. Who gives a fuck if it's predictable? Was it predictable that Johnny Gargano was going to get his career back against Tommaso Ciampa at NXT TakeOver New Orleans? Yes, it was predictable. Did it matter? No, they put on a 5-star match. Mm-hmm. Who gives a fuck if it's predictable?
Yeah,
give us a great match and give us the right outcome.
Yeah, me personally, I've never cared about if a match is predictable. Most things in pro wrestling are predictable, just because we're not dumb. To me, this whole card is predictable. I feel like we probably have hit 6 for 6 for this card. I think he would just add it because everybody was like, okay, LA's Knight's winning. He's the only choice. Priest is the only other choice, but that's just if LA Knight doesn't win, we'll take Priest. But everybody knew 100% this was LA Knight's match to win. So I feel like they said, okay, we need somebody else in there who fans might say, okay, it's a possibility that this guy can win also, and a strong possibility at that.
Dude, they're gonna give us a fucking stroke.
So that's why I think he was added. He was standing tall. To me, if you stand tall at the end at any Money in the Bank or any Royal Rumble thing, you don't win. You just don't win. Like, so that's why I don't think he'll win. I think he's literally just in there just to do some flips with Ricochet and just to throw unpredictable stuff in there. But LA Knight wins to me. He clears the board. He wins. He also goes to beat Roman. I don't think he beat Seth. Gunther beat Seth. I don't think he beat Seth. He goes to beat Roman, and then he has a couple month title reign, like a nice little title, like 2 month title reign, transitional champion. That's who Cody beats. I feel like Cody would beat LA Knight for the championship, which won't mean as much.
No. If LA Knight wins the fucking title, I'm having him hold it all the way to fucking WrestleMania.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I don't think LA Knight's
doing that.
I don't think
fucking LA Knight.
He's not that great in the ring to me.
Look, he's put on great matches with everyone. Ricochet, Cameron Grimes, Dexter Lumis, everyone. The problem is that we haven't seen enough of him. The problem is we have not seen him in a large scenario where he can go 20 minutes. We haven't seen that. He's put on great matches.
If he can prove me wrong and have great matches in this transitional run, in my opinion, I feel like it'd be a transitional title run. If he have great matches, then yeah, I wouldn't mind him holding that title a little bit longer. But for me, I don't think he's WWE Championship type. But I don't think he's doing it. So
you can't tell me that LA Knight isn't worthy of doing what MJF is doing.
He's worthy of doing what MJF is doing, 100%. But is he in ring caliber wise as good as MJF? No. So that's why I'm thinking.
No, but that doesn't mean he can't put on great matches.
He can put on a great match. I don't know.
He can go 20 minutes. He can go 20 minutes. His age means nothing.
His age don't mean nothing to me. You got Finn Balor. You have guys like Sting who just did
Priest too. Priest is over 40.
Yeah, Priest is older. You have guys just like that who are older. So AJ Styles, Rey Mysterio. You have older guys who can go 20, 30 minutes in the match and have a great matches. I just don't think LA Knight's a great in-ring guy. I fell in love with LA Knight just because of his persona, his charisma, his mic skills, his look, the way he talks, the way he acts, the way he carries himself. He carries himself like a world champion. He does. But I just don't see him having a long reign, maybe a 2-3 month reign at best. And that's when Cody comes in and takes that title, and then he elevates the title to a whole different.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, if they put LA Knight against Cody Rhodes, Cody will be booed. Cody will be booed. LA, you know what? Fuck LA Knight's heel. Turn him face. He can do a face.
He could be a face. He could absolutely
be a face just fine. He just needs to stop. If he stops shitting on the crowd and just focuses on his opponents, he could be a badass baby face.
Yeah, he could be a great baby face. He's really great. He's really becoming great in what he does. He's
we got some shit going down.
Yeah, my fault. I'm sorry. Something happened.
No, don't worry. Don't worry about it.
I'm sorry. But yeah, LA Knight, he's great at what he does. Face, heel. He's great on the mic, great charisma. So he can play any role he wants to. I have to see him in the ring in these big match scenarios to see him in that role. You know what I mean? He has to be, and I have to see him in that role to actually see what he does. You know what I mean?
The problem is that we have not seen enough. That's the issue. We just have not seen enough of him because of the fact that WWE right now, I feel like Triple H, he's trying to protect LA Knight right now, because the more we see LA Knight on TV, the more Vince McMahon is going to want to get his hands on him.
Exactly. So I don't know. LA Knight's the clear winner in this match. I don't think Logan Paul wins. I think Logan Paul just So the match is a little bit more unpredictable, which is stupid to me. But then again, it doesn't make the match any more unpredictable to me. Logan Paul, and he was standing tall on Monday night. You don't usually stand tall and win the briefcase. That's a little overboard. So I think he doesn't win. I think he has a nice performance. I think he has a nice couple moments with Ricochet. I think he has a couple moments where he jump off a ladder most likely. But other than that, I think LA Knight's the winner. I think he goes in there, he just clears.
I hope you're right, man. I really do hope you're right. I have LA Knight, but dude, I think that if Logan Paul is gonna climb up that ladder, I think I'm gonna have a stroke at least once or twice in that fucking match.
Logan Paul is definitely gonna climb that ladder. He's definitely gonna touch the briefcase, and he's definitely gonna have people like having a heart attack. Like, oh my god, they're fucking.
Dude, I'm legit gonna have a heart attack at 24 because of this shit.
So that's what I think. But I think Logan Paul is the winner. I think he's the only winner. This match was not made for LA Knight, but this is his moment. This is his time to shine. This is his time to take that briefcase. The briefcase really hasn't meant anything in a long time.
No, not since Moxley won it.
Yeah, it hasn't been anything in a long time. He can really elevate that briefcase. He can really talk up that briefcase. He can really I can see him being the guy that just does a fake type of teasing, or he can just say, "Oh, Roman, Seth, I can beat you anytime." I don't think he'll even mention Carmelo Hayes or anybody else of that nature. It wouldn't make sense. I feel like he's going to make Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns life hell. Maybe he doesn't even mention Roman. I think he could do a swerve. He had everybody thinking he just talks to Seth all day. He mocks Seth.
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah, he just does bothers Seth. He makes everybody think, okay, he's going to cash in on Seth, and he just does a swerve and cash in on Roman. That's what I would like personally.
We'll have to see what happens, but I think we're LA Knight across the board here. But ladies and gentlemen, good, solid stream, a solid 80+ minutes. That wraps up this edition of the Rundown. I'd like to thank each and every single one of you for watching and joining. Thank you to Sarah Hapka. Thank you to Dee. Thank you to Adam Carl. Thank you to Peanuts. Thank you to Dylan. Thank you to Jalitza. You guys are all fantastic. Thank you to Billy, too. All fantastic. And, of course, thank you to my man, Lil Stevie, with the fresh facial hair. I'm definitely looking forward to the debut of your new show, talking about wrestling. It's called Let's Talk, and I'm willing to talk wrestling with you anytime you want to have me on the show.
You're gonna be my. I already told you this privately, but I wasn't gonna publicly say it. But I can care less. When I have my first host, you will be my first guest. Just because you got me into this, you got me comfortable on the camera, you got me comfortable on the mic. It's just me basically giving you more, like your praise, like this who he got me here. It's only right you be my first guest. It's only right.
And if you don't already know people, Lil Stevie, he is my dog. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you all. One last time, Stevie, where can we find you on social media?
Go to not Instagram. Go to Twitter and Lil Stevie 317. I don't really post a lot, but when I start my new channel up, I will start posting more on a different channel, on a different account. But we're not going to get into that until this channel gets off the ground. So stay tuned for that.
It's going to be good, man. It's going to be good. You already know what to do with me. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out all those links in the description. We got ourselves an early LFU on Saturday. It's an early bird special. 10:30 a.m., people. 10:30 a.m. I will be live on Saturday before Money in the Bank. And then on Sunday, I got myself Mac the Giants fan. He is a good friend of mine, member of the Hardcore Sports Nation YouTube channel. Very knowledgeable as well. And he will be joining me for the rewind for Money in the Bank on Sunday at 2 p.m. for your 4th of July weekend. Until next time, he's Lil Stevie. I'm DJ Storms. This has been The Rundown. But before we get out of here, Stevie, there's one important question that everybody's got to answer. Everyone needs to fucking damn Roman Reigns to hell because there's only one man that runs the IWC. So, Stevie, who runs the IWC?
You want my honest answer?
You better answer it honestly.
Me.
Fuck out of here.
I give you your credit. You running the IWC.
Damn fucking right, baby. Who? But DJ motherfucking Storms. And don't y'all forget it.
Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution.